mouse was harmed in the filming of this video. Hi, my name is Calvin. We're on another rooftop today, just soaking in the views.
And my name is Alan.
We're both from Project Gamings. One of these days we'll do a video about what Project Gaming is and how it came to be. But for today, we're going to be focusing on our very first product.
So before we start, appreciate if you can subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, hit the bell notification, leave us a comment. This way we can bring you more quality videos in the future. So here it is, the Project Gaming S001. It is considered a lightweight gaming ergo mouse, but of course you can use it for other purposes as well. We know there's a couple of these mouses in the market already, but you know, ours has got more RGB, and more RGB makes you a better gamer.
It's been a year in the making. We hope you guys enjoy this product as much as we do. We use it on a daily basis in the office and at home. But for now, let's get to unboxing it. Packaging will differ depending on where you buy from. So if you're buying from Amazon US, you're gonna get it in this box. The reason being is due to the pandemic, shipping options were limited, and this was the most feasible at that time. For everyone else, you're gonna get the product in this box. But rest assured, the mouses in these boxes are exactly the same, and both boxes do a really good job of protecting the mouse during shipping. The only difference between the two is this one looks a little bit prettier.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about this box right here. We're actually really proud of the two-tone design. So on the sleeve is, top of the sleeve is a holographic logo of the Project Gaming logo. On the side here is a black on black logo of the S001. I'm not too sure if you guys can see it on camera. On this side here is a color sketch of the mouse itself. And on this side here is our website, project-group.com, as well as our QR code. So, when we take off the sleeve, it reveals a massive P. The box is enclosed by a magnetic flap at the front, which we have right here. And once you open it up, on the top, we have a thank you note for supporting us and welcoming you to the Project Gaming family. Underneath the note is a quick start guide right here. And beneath that is a sticker. So this sticker is for the back of the mouse. You can have it either on or off. Basically, it's for labeling requirements. And we've prepared you a side-by-side picture of the two. So now we're gonna take out the mouse. The mouse is protected by a soft piece of fabric right here. Here we have it. We kept the mouse visibly clean from logos so it doesn't clash with your setup. The design language on this mouse is what we would consider to be a perforated, reimagined EC2, and the mouse basically only comes in one color, and that's matte black.
Let's have a closer look at the exterior. We have a total of 7 buttons. On the top, we have the left button, right button, scroll wheel button. On the side, we have the forward button and the back button. On the bottom, we have the DPI button, default DPI levels. They are 800 as indicated in red, 1200 in blue, 1600 in green, 2000 in purple, 2400 in orange, 3200 in light green, and 8000 in white. We also have the polling rate or the response button, depending on how you like to call it. There's 4 default levels. They are 125 Hz in green, 250 Hz in blue, 500 Hz in purple, and 1000 Hz in red. You can further customize these buttons in the software, which will go in depth later on. There's functions on this mouse you can activate without using the software. To turn RGB on and off, you click the scroll wheel and the forward button at the same time, such like this, and that will deactivate all the RGB. If you want to turn it back on, hit the same thing, 2 these buttons at the same time, and you activate it. To change the lighting effects, you click the scroll wheel button and the back button at the same time. There's a total of 7 default RGB styles. I try to be as descriptive as I can with the wording on the left. And if you want to further customize this, you can go into software, which we'll have a look at later on. If your mouse ever has any issues, you can hold the left button, the scroll wheel button, and the right button at the same time. And while simultaneously plugging it into the USB, this should activate the reset on the mouse. Let's do a quick sound check. Full disclosure, when you apply a lot of pressure in this area, you can activate the back button. This is a compromise in pursuit of weight reduction, but it doesn't come into play in normal usage. You actually have to apply a lot of pressure for that to happen. We wanted to be upfront and honest with you guys, so you can make an informed purchase decision. Let's talk about the dimensions. The length of this mouse is 4.92 inches or 125 millimeters. The height is 1.68 inches or 42.7 millimeters. The width of this mouse is 2.70 inches or 68.5 millimeters. Let's put it on the scale. The mouse is 65 grams or 2.29 ounces. Without the cable, we're looking at 63 grams or 2.22 ounces. And the entire thing is 104 grams or 3.67 ounces. It has a USB 2.0 connector. It's a Paracord cable. As you can see, also included a strap for you in case it's a bit too long to help you tie it up, keep it neat and tidy. The cable itself is 1.8 meters or 5.9 feet. I'm just giving you an up close look at the texture of the cable itself. It's relatively soft. So now I'm gonna show you guys and girls the flex of this cable. The feet are 100% PTFE and they're about 0.05 mm thick. Just let me demonstrate how they glide on this. This isn't the most scientific way of doing it, but it should give you an idea about how smooth the feet are. Now I'll pass it on to Alan to talk about the software.
So we're going to teach you guys how to download and use the software. So first off, open your browser, go to projects-group.com. It'll bring you to this landing page, select Projects Gaming. Then you can go to the Projects Gaming tab at the top right here and hit Downloads. Then under Downloads, you'd see Projects Gaming S001. Click on it and two things pop up, the manual and the software right here. So click on the software. It's going to take you to a Dropbox link. So what you can do is go to the download tab on the upper right hand corner, click on it, and probably I'd advise you to use direct download, but you can also save it to your Dropbox. So click direct download, then the program will download and then hit open and it will install. Oh, if this pops up, this Windows protected your PC, all you have to do is click on more info and just press run anyways. Yes. Open immediately after installation. Next. And then here we have it. So this is the software. So we're gonna quickly go over the software. It's actually quite simple to use as there's only 4 main tabs. So the first tab is the lighting tab. So in here you can adjust the bottom RGB of the mouse. This right here, bottom lamp, is the pattern. So there's 7 different patterns for you to choose from. This is the brightness, so you can adjust from dim to bright. And this is the speed in which the RGB moves in. And here is the RGB pattern, which goes from either left to right, or in this case right here is right to left. And this is the color panel, so there's a total of 16 million RGB colors for you to choose from. So moving on to the next tab is the key tab. So in this tab you can customize each and every button on the mouse. For example, if you click, let's say right here, number 3, which is the right click, then you can select the function here. So let's say we'll set it to DPI key. You can hit save. Once you hit save, the right click button turns into a DPI plus key. So moving on to the next tab is the macro tab. In here, advanced gamers can set their own macros and save it. And yeah, that's basically it. And the next tab is probably the most important tab, the advanced tab. So in here there's a couple of key settings, key functions. First one is the DPI setting. So the mouse itself, the S001, has a total of 16,000 DPI, and you can basically adjust it here. There are 7 different preset intervals for you to choose from. So for example, we can change the 7th interval to 16,000. You can change the 6th interval to 6,000. And yeah, basically very customizable in here. And the next setting here is the debounce time. So a couple of options to choose from: 8 milliseconds all the way up to 30 milliseconds. LOD is the liftoff distance. So this is very standard, 2 options, 2 millimeters and 2 to 3 millimeters. This is the lamp RGB. So basically it's the top RGB of the mouse. And there's also 4 options for you to choose from. Here's a quick and neat setting. So if you click on this quick setup mouse right here, it brings you to the Windows mouse setting option. So if in any situation, if you need to go to your Windows mouse setting, you can just hit this mouse icon. And polling rate, so 4 different options to choose from: 125 Hertz, 250, 500, and 1000 Hertz. So let's say you've got all your settings correct and you want to save it. You can go to this bar right here, rename your profile for convenience. So in this case, ABC, hit the rename button right here. Oh, select file name. Oh, sorry, I already had this name. So let's do BBB, rename, and your profile is here.
As mentioned earlier, here are some of the RGB effects. Be mindful that the bottom LEDs can operate by themselves, whereas once you turn on the shell LEDs, the bottom LEDs are turned on automatically. You can't turn it off when the shell LEDs are on. I'm going to be disassembling the mouse so you guys can get a look into it. We don't recommend it unless you know what you're doing. We don't discourage modding, but it's do at your own risk. Warming the mouse feet will make it easier to peel off. So after removing the bottom mouse feet, there's going to be 2 screws that need to be undone. So gently lift up the bottom lid. Be careful with this process. There's 2 tabs in the front. You gotta be very careful you don't snap those off. So just keep wiggling it until it kind of pops free. Just be patient with it, it'll come off. So there you go, it's off now. This is the shell. There's a white diffuser underneath, and that's to protect the PCB from dust and debris. You can remove it to clean it. It's held on with 1 screw and some side tabs. It has the Omron D2FC-F-7 and 20 million switches for the right and left click. Omron switches are arguably the best in the industry. Then it's got the Kale switches for the side buttons, then YSA for the middle button. You got 3 more screws holding the PCB to the back shell. On another note, these mouses are hand assembled, so there's going to be minor variances among them. You got 2 more screws that attach the side buttons to the 3 columns. The columns are there to provide more rigidity for the side buttons, so you don't get that push-through feeling. You just wiggle this slowly, making sure that you don't damage the ribbon that's attached at the bottom. Here we need to be mindful of the paracord as it snakes through the PCB and is slotted in at the top. The sensor is Pixart PMW 3389, acceleration is 50G, max tracking speed is 250 plus IPS. These are top-notch specs. The scroll wheel is hollowed out for weight reduction, and the PCB is drilled for the same reason. Go on and test the mouse on Aimtastic and CSGO. I'm not a professional gamer, so don't blame me. I consider myself decent, but I'm probably biased towards myself.
So the product is available on Amazon US and on our website on the link below for the Singapore and Hong Kong market. The mouse is basically plug and play, and do reach out to us if you have any questions through email or in the comments below. We appreciate the support, and we're happy to take you along in our journey in creating Projects Gaming to a household name.
Again, my name is Calvin, this is Alan. You're going to be seeing the lot of 2 of us. Thank you for watching our video, and we'll see you in the next one.